Hey guys, I decided to talk about tutorships today. I actually wanted to wait. I don't know. I feel like the camera's a little bit. I don't know. I usually get like too close to the camera because I think it's because my vision is kind of bad, so I'm like getting close to the to the camera to see myself. I don't know. Is that narcissistic? I don't know. But anyway, today I wanted to talk about tutorships because I was going to talk about it the other day, but I was like, because I had just come out of a tutorship, so I thought I would be like, I don't know, better for the content. I don't know. But then I was like, I was a little bit stressed with exams, so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna talk about it today. Um, if you don't know, in college you can do this thing called tutorships, which is when you don't understand something, you can always email your professor and tell them, hey, there's some things that I didn't understand from whatever topic, whatever exercises, whatever, and I need a tutorship. So you arrange a time, whatever, and then you arrange whether you want to meet like through video chat or or in their office, whatever, you know. And I've done it all. I've done it online. I've done it in people's office. I actually first did it online because it was during COVID when I started college. And I can tell you, I've done like both in person and online. I've done like 30 something tutorships. Like I've done 30 something tutorships. Like I even have, you see this notebook right here? This notebook right here. Like at first I used to write like miscellaneous things, but since a certain point, I would only have tutorships like questions here written down. Like literally, that's my notebook for tutorships. And when I finish college, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I guess I'm gonna do other things. I don't know. It's like, I mean, there aren't many pages left. But anyway, nobody cares about that. Anyway, so part of the reason why I've been not unsuccessful, let's say in college, was the fact that I asked for tutorships. Like they are really helpful. Okay, like if you don't understand something, you look at the things, whatever. There are things obviously you can't ask for a tutorship and tell the teacher like, okay, I didn't understand shit. Explain everything to me again, or like I didn't come to class the other day. Can you give me the lecture again? No, you're not gonna. Nobody's gonna agree to do that. Okay. So you have to study the things, you have to at least just read the things, and if you don't understand something, you write it down. Try to do exercises or whatever. You don't understand something, write it down, you know? And why am I talking about tutorships? Why do I think it's so important? I think it is really the key to sort of surviving or being somewhat successful in school, like if you want is to pass your subjects. Because a lot of people, like I'm telling you, like I've met really, really few people who would ask for tutorships. Like really, really few people. Like of course, like you can ask like the professor, like if it's one or two questions, like maybe you can ask them like after class or whatever. But the thing is, like it's so helpful because there's so many subjects where I was like completely lost, and I'm not. I remember there was this subject. It was statistics, I think. I killed that professor, professor by asking for tutorships. Like I would ask like I don't know. I think we would go on a tutorship like every fucking week. You know what I mean? Like, because here's the thing. He would like upload all the exercises and only like let's say it was fucking 13 exercises, and like we would only get the results, the solutions to 5 of them. 5. How many did I say? 13. Like there's another 8 exercises that don't have the answers, and they're so different from the other ones that have the answers. And let's be honest, but in school, I don't trust any of these motherfuckers. I don't trust that only the ones that have the solution are going to be on the exam. You know what I mean? So I would do them all. I would struggle a lot. I would cry. I don't know, I would have the adrenaline running in my body like as if I was fucking chased by a bear. I swear to God. And I would do the exercises, and I'm like, okay, I'm not sure I did this correctly. So I would show him the fucking exercise because I first asked him like, hey, can you please upload the answers because we're fucking lost. And he was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna ask for tutorships every fucking week. So buckle up, sir. I'm gonna bore you with fucking tutorships. Anyway, and that's what we did. You know, I would ask him for tutorships every fucking week. I want to pass the subject, well, you're going to have to endure this. And if everybody else was like me, he would have to give, how many students were we? Let's say 60. Let's say 60. He would have 60 tutorships every fucking week. Then he would upload the fucking answers, but no. No, he wouldn't. But anyway, no shade to that teacher. He was a good person, but, oh my God, my lip gloss. He was a good person, but negligent as fuck. And then you have teachers that are, you know, assholes, but they give you the answers to everything because they know that we're not going to come up with the answers ourselves. I mean, why the fuck are we here? We are here to learn. And if you're not giving us the answers, if you're not showing us how it's fucking done, how the fuck am I supposed to learn? You fucking idiot. But anyway, school pisses me off. Like, I was a good student and it still pisses me off. I'm not like, like, you guys hate school because you're not good students. I hate school because I'm a good student. I know what the fuck it is. I've been fucked by the university way more than anyone fucking else. I'm serious. I'm telling you. And anyway, what was I gonna say? Tutorships help a lot. You know what I mean? I know that a lot of people like don't want to ask for tutorships out of a pride thing. Like I remember my dad admitted to me that when he was in college he didn't ask for tutorships, like even though those were available to students. He didn't ask for tutorships because it was like a pride thing. Like I'm not gonna ask for a tutorship, whatever. And then he ended up regretting it, and he realized when I started college and I was asking for tutorships, he was like, "Yeah, you know what? I regret it. I should have asked for tutorships. Maybe I would have done better in school." You know what I mean? Like, because you're asking the person who knows about this shit. You're asking them like, "Hey, I don't understand this shit. Explain it to me again." And then they explain it to you, or they're like, "Okay, you do it like this. Like the logic goes like this." You know what I mean? Like it's personalized. It's kind of like having a personalized like professor or whatever. Like how do you call like professors that only teach you? Do you know what I mean? Like it's like having that, but it's the teacher that fucking explained it to you in class, and it's the motherfucker that is going to design the exam. They're going to write your fucking exam. Do you know what I mean? So like that's the thing. And I know that it can be nerve wracking and you can be shy about it and you can be nervous. I've been there too. You know what I mean? Like, I have been scared to ask stupid things like, oh my God, I didn't understand this thing that was really like easy. Or like the teacher explained like 3 times. I usually say teacher instead of professor. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you feel offended, okay? But I'm going to mess it up a lot. And what was I going to say? Like, yeah, like you can get scared of asking stupid questions. Like, I've been scared to ask stupid questions. Like, the teacher explained this 3 fucking times in class and I still don't understand it. Fucking tell them. It's their fucking job to explain it to you. And it's totally okay. You're not stupid for not understanding it. Maybe that way you didn't understand it, but if they explain it another way, maybe you'll get it. Do you know what I mean? Or maybe if they show you another example, maybe you'll get it. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of the time teachers are not gonna like look at you weird. I mean, some of them do, but they're not, for the most part, they're not gonna look at you weird for not understanding something. You know what I mean? They've been there too, and nobody's born knowing. They have to know that. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it because they explain the same thing over and over and over every single year. So it almost seems like they think that we already know that shit, but they have to know that we don't know that shit. So it's all new to us, you know what I mean? Like, because we haven't been fucking lecturing people about it for fucking decades, you know? And so yeah, don't be afraid to ask stupid questions. Like there was one time where I did ask a stupid question. Like it kind of showed the teacher that I hadn't studied that much. Do you know what I mean? And the teacher was like, "Oh my God, like the exam is in a few days." I ended up like getting a good grade or whatever, but it's like, be careful. Like make sure that you study. Make sure that you know things before you ask the professor, because then they're gonna be like, "Okay, what do they ask you something?" You're like, "Oh shit, I have no idea." You know what I mean? Like you try to prepare it a little bit. You know what I mean? Because you never know. But for the most part, they're not gonna be like asking you shit. You know what I mean? Because you're asking them the questions. You know what I mean? They're not supposed to ask you, "What is this, an exam?" No. And I have a friend who would also ask for a lot of tutorships, and we didn't really talk. Like we weren't really like friends like up until the last year of school, because we weren't really together in any class. Like we were together in the first year, but like it was fucking online, so we knew about each other's existence, but do you know what I mean? Like we never like talked or anything. But anyway, she told me that she would also ask for a lot of tutorships, and I didn't know anybody, like anybody at all, who would ask for tutorships, and she did. And she, I don't know, I guess I would seem shyer than her. I don't know, I guess, but and like I don't know, like she seems like more of an extrovert. Like she seems more confident socially, if that makes sense. And she, to this day, she gets nervous, like really nervous before a tutorship, and I don't get nervous anymore. You know what I mean? Like even like in the first year, I would get nervous before every fucking tutorship, like very nervous. But it's like it's what I have to do. You know what I mean? Like what is the other option? Failing? I could stay in my comfort zone and not ask for any tutorships, but then I'm gonna flunk the fucking exam because I don't even know what the fuck this shit is about. Do you know what I mean? And in the second year, I was also scared before every tutorship. It also depends on the teacher. Like some teachers are more like approachable, like with the way that they talk or whatever. You know what I mean? But like for the most part, you can be nervous. Or if it's like the first time you're doing a tutorship with that professor, you know, or whatever. And but it was in the I think it was in the third, like in the third year, I was still nervous before every tutorship. But now in the fourth year, I didn't really ask for any tutorships, but I was like, okay, this is like the norm. You know what I mean? Like in the fourth year, I think I was kind of like, I don't give a fuck anymore. You know. And now that I'm doing the master's degree, so this is my 5th year in college. Now I'm like, you know what I mean? Like I don't even get nervous anymore. I'm like, I wrote down the fucking questions. I looked at the questions before asking. You know what I mean? So that I'm kind of, let's say, fluent asking it, so that I remember what the fuck I was going to ask or whatever, because maybe I came up with those questions like a few days before that. Do you know what I mean? So That's what I do usually. So I think my parents just knocked on the door. I told them I was fucking filming. Anyway, I'll come out later because we have to eat. Anyway, so I'll finish this video soon. I mean, is anybody rushing me? No. But anyway, so what I was going to say, I mean, they can start eating if they want to. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, so what I was going to say is, what was I going to say? Yeah, she still gets nervous to this day. And I'm like, well, I don't really get nervous anymore. Like, I've asked for, I don't know how many tutorships she's asked for, but I've asked for so many tutorships. Like, I've had, like I said, 20 a lot or 30 tutorships, I'm sure. And I just don't get nervous anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm already used to it. You know what I mean? I don't care about the subject. I don't care about the teacher. I can be a little bit like, oh my God, like this teacher seems like unapproachable as fuck, or they seem like serious as fuck. This is going to be kind of awkward. I can get that social anxiety, but not anxiety like, oh my God, like asking for a tutorship. No, I'm scared of failing. I'm not scared of that fucking tutorship anymore. You know what I mean? Like, there's a point where I'm like, I don't give a fuck anymore. You know what I mean? So you have to, the moral of the story is you have to get over that fear of, you know, getting out of your comfort zone, because that is the way to grow. Like, you grow in life and you get past things. You know what I mean? Like, how do you get over it? Like, for instance, like I was really shy when I was a kid. I think I'm still shy, but in like some contexts, not all of them. You know what I mean? Like, there are like situations where I'm so comfortable socially and I'm like, I can't believe I'm comfortable in this situation right now. But you know what I mean? Like, slowly, by interacting with people, by asking for tutorships, by talking to people, by putting myself in new experiences where I'm, you know, or in situations or in places where I'm going to meet a bunch of new people. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you become less shy, you know? And you have to get out of your comfort zone. You can be nervous. You can be, you know what I mean? You can get even diarrhea. You know what I mean? Like, you can want to throw up before the tutorship or before that job interview or whatever. I've never done a single job interview. But the thing is, like, it's the only way to grow. You have to get out of that comfort zone. You have to get over that. You have to be like, okay, I'm scared to do this, but I'm still doing it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're proving to yourself, like, okay, I'm scared of this tutorship. I'm scared of this job interview. I'm scared of this meeting. I'm scared of this thing, but I am still doing it. And then once you get out of it, you're like, okay, I did it. Whether it turned out well or not, you're like, I did it. I went through it. And I'm here. Like, I'm still alive. You know, like, I survived. And with time, you're going to get used to doing that. You know what they say? You have to learn to be comfortable or to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like, you have to do things that are going to be uncomfortable for so long that you're even going to get comfortable. Like, I was so uncomfortable in the first, second years of college because it was fucking terrible. Like, college, if you take it seriously, it's fucking hell. Okay? And I'm not trying to discourage anybody from studying. Like, if you want to study and you know exactly what you want to study, go for it. But the thing is, like, you have to, it's going to be really uncomfortable. It's going to be so stressful. It's going to give you so much anxiety. It's going to be terrible. But you're going to, at some point, get used to it, which is kind of sad because it's like, we get used to bad things. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of sad if you think about it. But then it's like, it's the way to grow. I think I wouldn't be as confident as I am right now. And I don't think I would have, I think I would have more of a personality crisis, or in an existential crisis if I hadn't gone through those things. You know what I mean? Because I proved to myself that I could do the tutorships and I could study a lot and I could work my ass off, and like, I ended up getting this degree. And you know what I mean? I proved these things to myself, and I don't have an identity crisis anymore. I don't feel like I have one. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. Do you know what I mean? Like, personality traits, like, what is my personality, what is not? There's this thing about me, there's this other thing about me. What is really me, and what is really just, you know, superficial things. I don't have that identity crisis anymore. I know exactly who I am, and what I am, and who I am is what I do, and how I interact with other people, and how I make them feel. I think that is who I really am as a person, and that's how people really see me. And I mean, obviously, people are not going to see you the way you see yourself. But anyway, I think I'm just yapping a little bit. But what I'm saying is, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Like, if you're scared of doing something, but you know you need to do it, you have to do it. Do it scared. Do it scared. Do it uncomfortable. Who fucking cares? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's so many professors that I've had that have told us, like, back when I was your age, guys, I was so scared of presenting. And now look, I'm a professor now. You know what I mean? So you have to do it and do it and do it. You have to do the thing that you have to do over and over and over until you get used to it and it actually becomes your strength. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that was it for today. And I don't think I have anything else to say about tutorships. No, I think it was just, yeah, I think it was just that. And like, a lot of the times you're like, okay, you're going to cringe at things that you said or things that they said, or there's going to be probably like awkward silences between like one question and the next. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be like perfect or anything, but do you know what I mean? Like, it's going to It's gonna be okay. Somebody's calling me. Why the fuck are they calling me? Oh my. No, the video stopped. Okay, the last time somebody called me, the video didn't stop. This time it stopped. But anyway, so yeah, that's all I wanted to say. And I hope this helped anybody out there. And I hope that anybody was interested in hearing about tutorships. I don't know if this was interesting or if this was just a waste of your time, but I don't know. I wanted to talk about it because I feel like nobody has talked about it on the internet. I don't know. Maybe nobody does it. So yeah, maybe there isn't a market for this. But anyway, I'm just continuing to yap. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.